Hey y'all, Jesse Petersen here with Let's Make Art. I'm a mixed media artist and I love art journaling and I have a really fun project for you. We're gonna work in a new theme and I'm so excited to tell you about it. This is the project that we're gonna do today.
Oh.
Thank you, Keenan.
You're welcome.
Keenan is our film guy, art cheerleader, all of the things.
Yes.
And we're so glad to have him here.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're working a new theme, like I said, and I'm gonna just kind of give you a little intro to the theme. In this art journaling box, we are arming you with a shiny new silver dot pen. I love this thing, it's so good.
Love me a silver dot pen.
And fresh, warm, autumnal hues of paint to explore stories of transformation. Included in your art recipe cards are prompts to invite you to consider several symbols of transformation. Whether you identify with the fierce spirit of the phoenix or the emerging blossom of a lotus flower is more your speed, we hope that these projects will spark a start to you telling your own story of becoming. I'm really pumped about this. And even though I work on these themes ahead of time, sometimes they end up being just the right thing I need when I'm like starting to make them or when they get released into the world. And I just wanted to take a minute to talk about, like the why behind art journaling and this kind of mindful art making that we've been doing. Have you ever felt like maybe the universe is conspiring against you, or a whole bunch of days attack you at once, or things get like real serious, like real fast?
Yes.
And it's like overwhelming. Like, I don't know, I think my personality might tend to be intense and I get like a little overwhelmed more often than the regular person. But I'll have to say, like, there's been some trials happening in some major life buckets of my life, and it's been a good thing to be working in this theme and thinking about what my sense of urgency is and like getting a little fresh perspective. And so I'm excited to share these things with you because I believe that making art and slowing down and like questioning our response is a good thing, especially when we're going through transformations. So I know this is a season of transformation because we're gonna be going from summer to fall. We got friends who have kids in school that they're going back, and it's almost like a opportunity or like a reset button, you know? So I'm hoping we'll have fun with this project, and
we will.
We can take a deep breath and question, like, reacting to all that chaos and just taking a moment to slow down. Okay. So I'm gonna be intentional about slowing down today.
Perfect.
Thanks so much for being here. I'm excited that we're gonna make art together. Okay, so let's go over our supplies and then we'll do our theme. So I mentioned in the introduction some of the supplies. So this silver dot pen is by Zig and it's super fun. And if you've been around here with us before, we used the gold one in the past. That was this beauty right here. And now we have all these other fun colors available too. So if you like this dot pen and you want to get crazy, we have those ones on the website as well. But we're gonna use the silver one today. You're gonna need scissors or a craft knife, a palette knife, and then we're going to use, well, we're not going to use this paint, but in the box for this theme we'll have black gesso, which we haven't done before. I'm really excited.
Fun.
This ruby red, and then we'll use these Dilutions paint, Crush Grape and Pure Sunshine paint. Like I said, we're not going to paint on this one today. This is going to be a quick and easy one. We're going to be doing collage paper, yes paste, and the dot pen. So these are the supplies you're going to need for that. I'm so excited. Okay, and you're going to need your collage paper. So this is a beautiful collage paper we have for August. So excited. We're going to use this piece for the background, and we're going to cut out this lotus and our little friend on the torn paper. I just designed it that way so it'd be easy to tear it out and get that look. Okay, and the prompt is called Emerge. So we're going to learn a little bit about the lotus flower today. I'm really excited.
Perfect.
The lotus flower produces a beautiful blossom and is highly regarded as a symbol of purity, regeneration, and enlightenment in many different cultures. Despite its roots beginning in mud and darkness, it pushes through the murky water to find light and emerges as a beautiful bloom above the water. The lotus flower can serve as a great reminder to persevere and to draw upon our inner strength as we move along our path of becoming. Reflect on the lotus flower in your journal. Are there ways that you can rise above your current situation and bloom?
Yes. Short answer, yes.
Thank you for your enthusiasm,
You're
Keenan.
welcome.
I feel like I've been in the muck for a minute, and I'm trying to draw my inner strength and arise, and this could not be a more perfect project for my week that I've been having. So I hope that it lines up with your life too, and you'll have some new energy to persevere if that's what you're experiencing. So I'm really excited about that. And like I said, this is gonna be a short and easy one, but I feel like it's good to get like a sense of accomplishment from something easy and then move on to the harder stuff. So I'm gonna cut this out with just my ruler and my X-Acto. Get that out of the way. You always wanna start with a fresh blade. That helps a lot. I think my blade's gonna be okay. And I'm just gonna cut this guy right there. And I'm also going to cut out this little word emerge while I'm got my X-Acto and my ruler, because that is what we're focusing on, is emerge. Which is so cool.
Emerge.
Have you ever seen like one of those flowers in real life, Keenan?
No, I've never seen a lotus flower. I would love to some point. They sound brave and strong.
Yeah. They're cool. Okay, so we got emerge. We got our paper there. We'll just get all of our paper elements ready for the next step. I think that's a good idea. So,
I have a thought.
what's your thought?
So when I think of the word emerge, and I think of the work that a lotus flower's gone through in its life, to persevere, like you put, which I love, if we put that to ourselves, I think that it's hard for us in the present to say, oh, we're emerged. You know what I mean?
We have arrived?
We have arrived, because there's always, at least in my experience, there's always another thing that is putting me through the ringer in one way or another, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, it doesn't matter. There's always something that's getting me through the ringer. But if we take some time to look back and look at what we've come from, even if we think simply as far as,
Like, you mean like what other trials have we made it through?
yeah,
and
like
learned
what
something
are
from?
trials that we've gone through, how it's affected and changed and helped our decision making as a skill right there. That's a way of emerging. And I think that that's really important to do every once in a while. Just sit back and be like, man, where would I have been if I had made this decision? And accept that either way, you've learned so much along the way to get here.
Yeah, and like sometimes we have to go through the muck to have that experience, right? The muck is for our good sometimes, even though we don't like it.
Totally. Yeah, and I've been looking back at different trials I've had throughout my life, and the things that I thought in the moment as I was going through those trials that I needed or wanted, had they worked out, my life would be completely different.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Yes. The trail of things that I've gone through to get here, as the random hype guy in the back of the video studio, has been excessive. There's been so many little things leading up to this one thing that I really enjoy and love to do.
Sames. Like, I still can't believe this is my job and I get to do it.
I know.
It is so fun. And we have so many fun people to hang out with and make art with. It's awesome.
I think the only better job than this would be professional cookie taste tester.
Okay.
You know?
I mean, don't you think you would get tired of that after a while, though? I mean, I still think this is more.
Well, that's what vacation days are for.
This guy.
But what do we
Okay.
do on vacation? We go try new foods. So,
You gotta try new food because
gotta try new
it
food.
might taste good. It's a song my kids sing from the, have you heard that one? Okay, I didn't quite press down hard enough because I was really listening to Keenan.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm totally blaming you for this.
I know.
Just kidding.
Sometimes my thoughts, you know, they distract. Sometimes it's because they're super confusing.
I think they add to the experience.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because you know what? Like, making art and being all introspective, like I like to do, can be a little lonely sometimes.
That's true.
And I like that we get to do it in this community, and I get to hang out with you and talk and chat, and that we can all do this together. I like your chit chat, Keenan.
Thank you. I like chit chat as well.
It's good stuff. Good words to live by.
I feel like if all I can do is add to an already great project, then that's what I can do.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'll do.
Okay, so I was thinking that we could put this lotus, you know, like she's holding it like up, like that. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that's super fun.
Okay, so now we can just tear it kind of where the paper is. And don't be precious. Like, it's gonna tear how it's gonna tear. And if it's not in the exact spot, it's okay.
No such thing as perfect in this world.
Yeah, y'all don't gotta be precious. It's more fun to just have a good time.
She looks like a synchronized swimmer.
Yeah?
Kind of.
Is that because her hair looks like she has a,
Yeah.
what do you call that?
Shower cap. Swimmer's head.
Swim cap, a little swim cap.
Yes.
A bathing cap. Maybe is that what they called it back in the day? I had like a cool name for it.
I don't know any swimmers.
My sister-in-law did synchronized swimming, and she was so passionate about it. Erin, she would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go swim with her friends and practice, and it was incredible.
Wow.
I'm not a very strong swimmer, but if I was, I would be more interested in doing something like that.
I am not a strong swimmer at all.
Well, it's not like you have a lot of opportunities for swimming in Missouri.
That's true. I've been in a few ponds, a couple lakes. Talk about emerging. Every time you're a synchronized swimmer, you emerge from out of the water. Hello.
Yeah. And they're all in sync. I mean, that has to take some effort and some focus.
It does.
And some muscle strength
And
just to
lung
stay in one
capacity.
spot. It's so cool. So I called this technique lotus juxtaposition because when you're doing collage art, it's kind of fun to put two different things together that kind of like work differently, like a whole vibe or whatever. Okay, so that's our layout, and now we just got to glue it on there and add some dots. It's really like the easiest project ever. So that's what we're gonna do. All right.
It's a good word, juxtaposition.
Yeah. If you want to look it up for us and give them a definition, I was thinking I should give a definition, then I'm like, now I don't know if I trust myself. Keenan, he's got all the answers over there.
Let me do a juxtaposition Google for you.
Because, yeah, that's something, you know, I learned in school, but it's a fancy word, but it's not really that intimidating as an idea. Whew, I didn't clean this off last time I used it. Keenan, I need your help.
Give me a hand.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I mean, I got like the tiniest bit left in my subscription box, one that I used a couple times over, but I like to use my big guy. Thank you so much.
That was, I bent the bottle, the container a little bit.
Oh, so you're telling me I'm not weak?
No, that was a
hard
hard one to open.
Okay. So you guys have seen me do this in the past, but I'm just gonna explain it for any of my new friends. We just put Yes Paste on, and spread it out nice and even. You only need a nice thin layer. You don't need gobs of it. And we like to give you a little Yes Paste in the box when you're ordering this kind of stuff. And we've since changed the bottles, so it shouldn't dry out. But the beauty of it is if it does dry out, you can totally reconstitute it and add a little bit of water in there. And what I do is I just add a little tiny bit of water, and I put the cap back on and I let it sit and then it gets sticky and the right consistency going forward. So if yours is feeling a little hard or a little difficult to maneuver, then you might just need a little water. Not a lot. I would start out with small amounts of water and then add as you need. And I think I mentioned before in a previous tutorial that I stuck something down that I didn't like, and I just barely wet my paper and kind of used my palette knife to work it off, and it came off. That's like the beauty of this glue. It's just fantastic, and I love it. And you might as well just get a big tub of it already because you're gonna love it. And I love mine.
You're gonna like the way you glue.
You're gonna like the way you feel. I love that. Okay, so we're just gonna keep putting it on and scraping it across so we get a nice even amount of glue everywhere. And I'm getting glue on my cutting mat here. That's okay because it washes off with soap and water, no big deal. Now I've used paper in the past, so I didn't have to clean up, but I forgot my paper today. That's all right.
So I've got the definition of juxtaposition
Well,
ready
let's hear
to go.
it.
It's an interesting word just to spell also.
It's a fun word to say.
It is. So juxtaposition is a noun, and the definition is the fact of two things being seen or placed close together with contrasting effect.
Yeah, so the contrasting effect is what we're looking for. Juxtaposition, it's two different things. Thank you, Keenan.
You're welcome.
Okay, I got my paper stuck on here. Now I'm going to give you a pro tip, and I'm hoping this is in the side camera where you can see up close. I'm not putting it all the way in the crack of my paper. I'm just doing it a little bit over. Does that make sense? Like not all the way in the ditch. Because I want my page to be able to fold and this to be able to not hit the edge of that and make it come up. So just a little pro tip on putting it in there. And this is bigger than my page, and I'm gonna come and trim this out when we're all done. And I think I lined it up pretty nicely up there, but we'll trim off those other parts. Okay, I just love this, like spacey, smoky, whatever this is.
Ethereal.
It's like an inky smoke texture, I think.
If you put a lava lamp in there, it would blend right in.
That's true. Okay, we'll get some yes paste on this girl. I really think she's a dancer, probably not a synchronized swimmer, but who says she can't be both?
Yeah, I mean, synchronized swimming could be dancing in the water.
Totally. Gonna just try to consolidate my sticky stuff on this side so then I don't get more sticky stuff on it.
Sticky stuff consolidation, check. Is not included with said mat.
Now you're making me think of that little fake ad that you did. That was so fun.
My little infomercial.
I can't remember what was not included, but it was dang funny. Okay.
Hands and sponges.
I was about to stick this down, but I can't actually remember how far my paper is over, and I'm worried that I'm not going to get it centered. So I'm going to put her down for a minute because we got some drying time on that. If you're following me.
Good call.
And I'm deciding that I want to cut that out so I can better position my chica girlfriend. All right, I'm flipping this dude over so I don't get more.
Smart.
Okay. And you can put your ruler down if you want to just ensure that you're getting a straight cut here. My fly friend is back.
Also, if I were to use just the book, I would cut right into the book. So that metal ruler really helps.
Yeah, if you put it in the right spot. Like if you saw, I had a little sliver of my page get cut off. That's all right. I'm fine with that. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Now my page has a rounded edge, so I'm just going to go back in there and cut that myself.
Nice.
Put these sticky bits out of the way, stick to something else. And this little rounded edge. And I have the skinniest amount of paper here, and I don't think it's necessary that I cut that off. It's going to be fine. Oh yeah, perfect.
That looks great.
And I got a little glue right there. Just rub that off. It's going to be fine. And I always use my paint water to get my hands unsticky because since it's water soluble, it just comes right off. Okay, now, whoop, I stuck my girl to that, but it's all right. My goodness. It's a hot mess, that's all right. Okay, so now I can center her pretty well. And I'm gonna grab my, before I stick it all the way down, I'm gonna try to decide where I'm gonna position that. I want like about that much room from the top, so I'm gonna slide her down just a bit. So I can slide my, I think that's a good spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so then just press down our friend like that. And then we can add our merge at the bottom and our, this at the top, the lotus. Whoops, now this has got glue on it. It's gonna be fine.
Now there's just glue everywhere.
Shoot, because then I got glue on there and then I flipped it over. Y'all, learn from me. Don't do what I do. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I just get flustered and I get to teach you what not to do. And it's also very valuable, don't you think?
This is us emerging through the difficulties of using Yes Paste.
That's fine, that's fine. So I'm gonna just stick it there. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And contrasty, which I like. I used to make these really big paper flowers, like when I worked for another crafty company, like really big paper flowers. And it's so fun because it's like so unnatural for a flower to be bigger than your head, right?
That is unnatural.
So I like it.
That's her superpower though.
Whoop.
Maybe she's just tiny.
Yeah.
You know?
I got glue on the front of this, on the back of this. It's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, I kind of like how this is torn at the bottom and this kind of has like a little space that it lives in.
I do too.
It's cool. All right, my hands are super sticky. Okay, and this next step is my favorite part and then we're done. So this is like ending too quickly for me, but it's all right. You got more time, you can keep on going in your journal.
You could do a page too.
Yeah. Yeah, or you could do something fun on this other side, make it a double spread.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so this is our dot pin. And just for practice, I'm gonna show you over here. I'll use this for something else. You can do like a little tiny dot, or you can press really hard and get a big dot. Should I put this where you can see it better?
I've got it on the side cam. As long as we copy the synchronized swimmer's posture, we're set.
Okay. So like press it hard, you get a big dot, press a little, you get a little dot, barely press it at all, and you get like this tiny, tiny dot.
Yeah, you can get some varying sizes in those dots. That's nice.
So if you need to practice on a little like bit of paper, then you can do that. And the other side is just like a regular marker, and I find that I can get some really tiny dots with it too, like really tiny. You see that?
That is crazy.
And even though this is like some kind of inky, smoky, whatever texture, I kind of also think it feels a little galaxy. Mm-hmm. So I can't resist these dots kind of feeling like, I don't know, like stars, or just, you know, the magic of emerging, like sparkly
magic of emerging.
Dust. I don't know. I'm making it up. I'm having fun.
I like that. That should be a phrase we should use.
And my merge
Maybe
was
it should be a book.
My merge was
you
a little
should write
crooked.
a book and call it The Magic of Emerging.
Ooh, I like that. My merge was a little crooked, but since the glue has some drying time, I was able to straighten it up, which makes me happy. I'm gonna start just doing a couple little dots around this space. This fly in the studio is very attracted to this emerge idea.
Yeah, he loves it. He was telling me about it earlier.
I think maybe he's ready to move on to the next part of his life cycle.
Which
One can hope.
Yeah, those dots. The dots always make it just
a little extra, little something that make it pop, you know? I just love this pen, and it's so satisfying that I just want to use it on everything. And that, I think a lot of people have been enjoying it. When we did the gold in another project, I think it was January. We'll have someone link that to the supporting part of the bottom of the video. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Words. You're using words
Yeah,
to describe
words.
a feeling.
It's hard to do art and
thought
talk at the
process.
same time. I'm gonna kind of keep my dots a little smaller at the top, so maybe it's like this bigger kind of magic that like
Yeah,
floats
I like
out.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Just looking for spots that I need it. Get out of here, shoe fly. Okay. I think we did it.
Yeah, we did.
I was like fast and feeling good that you can accomplish something like that. Sometimes you just need a good, fast, easy win, right?
Totally.
Because some of our other projects coming up are going to be a little bit difficult. So I wanted you to have this one in your hat as we move forward, because we're going to do a phoenix and a butterfly. All in the idea of like embracing transformation, right? And this emerging flower is a really fun one, and I'm glad that we got to do it together. And I hope that you'll give yourself permission to slow down and like kick that sense of urgency to the curb when you're going through a transformation and you're feeling like you have to do all the things. You can still give yourself permission to do art and take a moment for yourself. And I think that's the hardest part, and I'm so glad that you did it and that you made art with us, and I can't wait to see it. I love that our community, we get to share what we make with each other, and we do things in a different way, or we have different ideas and thoughts attached to what we made and how we feel when we make art, and you can totally share that with us. I'm gonna slow down, see, I'm getting excited. In our Facebook group at Let's Make Art Journals, or you can hashtag us on Instagram, wherever you hang out. Thanks so much for being here and making this with us, and we'll see you next time.